Oh, I hope you're ready because today we got module 4, 3 steps to writing headlines, bullets, descriptions, and ads customers actually care about. I am super excited to share this with you because when I first learned this, it blew my mind. It opened my eyes and I just saw these steps everywhere. And so if you're watching this right now, I want you to drop your phone, whatever you're doing, unless you're watching on your phone, obviously, then don't drop it. Actually, dropping your phone's a bad idea in general, so don't drop it. But anyways, you know what I mean. I want you to pay attention, get rid of distractions, get something to take notes with, write this stuff down because it works. It's specific, it's clear, and it's simple, all right? And most people don't do it. I don't even know why. Maybe it's because gurus charge thousands of dollars for this information. And all game to them because it makes them a lot of money and it makes the people that use good copy a lot of money as well. So let's get started. Reminder, here's what we're gonna learn. You're gonna learn how to write high quality headlines even if you're a beginner with low experience. You're gonna learn how to unlock the power of bullets to 10x the value of whatever you're selling. More on that later, but it's more so reveal the value of whatever you're selling, right? It's 10xing the value that your words communicate to the audience, right? And that value is value that the audience would not have known otherwise if not for your good copywriting, okay? The third thing that you're gonna learn is the copy and paste ad formula for video sales letters, descriptions, right? Whether you're writing a product description on your own webpage or on Amazon or on your Shopify account, and scripts that work everywhere, right? Amazon, Meta, TikTok, okay, for advertisements. So let's get started. How do you write quality headlines that even a beginner with no experience can get done really well, all right? So what are headlines? Headlines are on top of landing pages, they're on video titles, they're on blog titles, they're on top of ads, and their only purpose is to get the person scrolling, right, to stop and pay attention. It's an interrupter, okay? And so if it's an interrupter, it has to be either highly relevant, right? Or it has to be shocking in some kind of way, okay? It has to elicit emotion, right? I want you to imagine this, right? You see ads all the time, right? You see ads on YouTube, you see ads on Facebook, you see ads on Instagram, right? Image, right? An image ad. Can you imagine scrolling through your phone, right? And you see sponsored ads and all that, and all of a sudden you come across an image of your ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend in an ad. That would make you stop, right? You'd be like, oh my God, why are they in an ad that is being shown to me on my phone? That would make you stop. That's the shock value that I'm talking about, okay? Here's how you can exactly do that, right? Headlines are built, not written, well, they are written. Headlines are built, okay? That means they have building blocks, okay? They always have three main elements. They address a pain or a dream outcome, okay? They call out the target audience, whoever you want to pay attention, and they always have a curiosity or emotional element to them, okay? So I'm gonna write a headline for you right in front of you using these bullet points, okay? So pain, dream outcome, right? So what's the dream outcome? The dream outcome is how to build a profitable business, right? Let's pretend that you're my target audience because if you're watching this, chances are you're trying to build a profitable business. So my headline is how to build a profitable business. Most people stop there. Most people stop there. I'm gonna add pain to that headline, okay? How to stop wasting money and build a profitable business. That already makes it better. Why? Because if your business is not profitable, chances are you're wasting money, you're wasting time, you're wasting resources. I want you to stop doing that so you can build a profitable business, all right? Now, I'm gonna target an audience or their state, like their emotional state, their physical state, their mental state, their financial state, some sort of state, all right? So if you're trying to build a profitable business, chances are you're a new entrepreneur, okay? Or you're somebody that's just starting out in a niche. So I'm gonna add audience, right? How new entrepreneurs can stop wasting money and build a profitable business. This is the work of a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 copywriter, okay? It's not bad, right? But it's not the best. Here's how I can add curiosity. Curiosity. 5 biggest money mistakes that stop new entrepreneurs from building the business of their dreams. How did I add curiosity? Biggest adds curiosity, because we all have an impression in our mind of what the biggest mistakes are, right? The second reason is because we want to know what this article or this video says the 5 biggest money mistakes are, right? And then we want to compare that to our own impression, right? Mistakes also causes curiosity. Well, what are the mistakes? Am I making the mistakes without even knowing them? I want to make sure, right? Business of their dreams, right? It elevates their dream outcome to another level. And you can tell whether or not you made a good change just by comparing the words you have now with the words you had before, and then putting on your prospect hat, like putting on the hat of your customer. So for example, if I was somebody that wanted to build a profitable business, right, which I want, right? Would I want a profitable business, or would I want the business of my dreams? I would obviously want the business of my dreams. Therefore, business of my dreams is a better phrase to use. Get rid of profitable business, because I want the business of my dreams more, all right? So if you're able to find a copywriter that can identify the dream outcome and the pain and the target audience, you got a 6, 7 out of 10. If they can add curiosity to their copy, you got an 8 out of 10. But what makes the 9 out of 10s and the 10 out of 10s, right? And rarely are there ever 10 out of 10s, but what makes the 9 out of 10s is they're also able to add emotion, right? You can give them a target audience, a dream outcome, a pain, right? That's all you need to give them. They don't even know what the product is. They don't need to know what the product is. And you can give them an emotion, and they can elicit that emotion in their writing, okay? So for example, I could try to elicit the emotion of fear, right? And there are a few core emotions, right? There's fear, there's desire, there's greed, there's vanity, there's pride, right? There's affirmation, right? There's a lot of emotions, but those are kind of the core emotions. I want to try fear, right? So if I wanted to elicit the emotion of fear, I'm going to change my copy. And the headline is going to sound something like 5 biggest money mistakes that bankrupt new entrepreneurs. Bankrupt is a word that adds fear, right? So what are business owners most afraid of? Bankruptcy, right? Bankruptcy, losing it all, right? And hey, losing it all is a good one too, right? 5 biggest money mistakes that make entrepreneurs lose it all, right? So that works as well, right? So what if I wanted to elicit the emotion of desire? Like they want to know this, right? If I don't know this, I'm gonna feel lesser, right? So 5 biggest money truths successful entrepreneurs don't share. So by writing the words don't share, I'm building curiosity. Successful entrepreneurs building curiosity, right? I'm almost trying to introduce an us versus them mentality. There's something they know that you don't, and that's the reason why they're the way they are, right? And a lot of time that's true, right? You don't obviously want to write it if it's not true, right? You only want to write it if it's true, right? And a lot of times it is, right? The reason why somebody's making $1 million or $2 million and they started from nothing, just like how maybe you're starting from nothing, is because they know something that you don't, right? And chances are they're so busy building their businesses that they're not sharing it, right? And so that's one way to elicit desire. I could also change it to greed, right? Some people just make money, right? They just want to make money. So here's what I would do if I wanted to elicit the emotion of greed. 5 biggest money plays, right? By using money plays, I make it sound like it's a game, right? It's easy to do. You just, this is how you play it, right? That make entrepreneurs billionaires, right? 5 money plays that make entrepreneurs billionaires, right? You want to be a billionaire, or you want to know how billionaires think? You want to know how billionaires do? Read it. Read the article, right? Or buy this program. That's where I'm going to share it, right? So make sure you've got the product and the service to back up these words, okay? So if you're writing a headline that says 5 biggest money plays that make entrepreneurs billionaires, make sure that inside whatever you're offering, you have advice from billionaires, okay? Because if not, you're lying. And if you're lying, that's not cool, okay? So, good copy elicit multiple different types of emotions throughout the sales message, right? That's why there are multiple bullets. That's why sales web pages are so long, because there's more than one way to say the same thing. And if you can say it differently, maybe a prospect or whoever lands on your web page, they don't identify with the fear message. I don't care about bankruptcy. I'm never going to be bankrupt. I got an inheritance from my millionaire father, right? So maybe that's not their thing, but maybe they've got a success thing. They desire the knowledge of success. And so if you worded it to them in a different way, maybe they'll convert, right? Maybe you'll get the click. All right, so what are we doing by doing this? Once you've identified a very specific audience with a very specific dream outcome and pain, you then try to appeal to them in as broad a way as possible, right? You want to try to appeal to that specific target audience, right? Or that specific customer avatar in multiple ways from multiple different angles, right? And you want to appeal to their emotions. Why? Because people buy based on emotions. They don't buy based on logic, right? We try our best to justify our purchase decisions, but reality is, in the first country world, most of the things we buy we don't need. And so most of the things we buy are emotional buys that we justify afterwards. Occasionally, logic wins over, but most of the time it's an emotional buy. All right? So what are we doing now? Right? So after you learn the elements of this headline, I'm going to move on to multiple headline templates that use these elements in different ways. And I took some time to color code everything so you see exactly what it's like. So here's some other headline templates you can use. How to, or X ways to their dream outcome, right? Which is something you know because you did your research, right? And reason they buy, right? Remember reason they buy all the way from one of our earlier classes, right? Save time, save money, right? Reduce effort, right? Make more money, right? Physical and mental pain escape, right? Those are the reasons that they buy. You want to be specific, even if, right? Target audience, right? You wanna state their specific state, right? That makes them need this thing, right? So for example, how to get 10% ROI yearly, right? Which is your dream outcome. And don't put this in your copy unless you actually can, okay? On autopilot, that's the reason you buy, right? Autopilot, you get to save time, you get to save effort, and you get to sacrifice very little, right? You don't have to do anything. It comes to you on autopilot, even if you've never traded stocks, right? So this is a specific characteristic about the target audience, right? It's actually one of their obstacles, right? I've never traded stocks. How am I gonna ever make money with stocks? I don't have experience, right? This is a characteristic of the target audience. And you can start playing around with a lot of these things, right? You can rewrite the whole thing. You can be like, hey, 5 ways to make 10% passive income in your sleep, right? Even if you don't know how to start a business or you don't know anything about business, right? So you can start to think about applying these concepts in different ways by just switching the words out, switching the dream outcome out, switching the reason they buy, switching the characteristic of your target audience out, right? It's simple. It's easy to do, okay? Second template, the number one way to solve their current pain, right? Whatever their current pain is for target audience. Here's the characteristic of a target audience who, and this is the reason they buy, what they want, right? Why they want to buy or why they want to click, right? So for example, the number one way to declutter your home, right? This is the current pain that you want to solve. Your home is disorganized, right? You got kids running around everywhere. You got too much stuff. You don't know what to throw away. You don't know how to organize, right? Maybe that's your trouble. Why? Because you're a busy mom, and that's okay, right? You're busy. You have a family to take care of, right? But here's the catcher. Here's why you want to buy. Because you want your time back, right? You don't want to spend 5 hours sorting through stuff, right? You want an easy metric criteria to decide what to throw away and how to declutter. So the number one way to declutter your home for busy moms who want their time back, right? You're not going to spend 10 hours on this. Maybe you're going to spend like 10 minutes on this. Hey, I can turn that into another copy, right? I can be like, the number one way to declutter your home for busy moms, right, who only have 10 minutes a day, right, to do something like that. Or, right, the number one way to declutter your home in 10 minutes, right, for busy moms, right? In this case, I'm not using busy moms. The number one way to declutter your home in 10 minutes, right, for busy executives, right? So there's so many ways you can play around with this, right? Third template, X mistakes, right? We're playing on the curiosity right away. X mistakes, target audience, right? Or a characteristic of the target audience. So you can actually call out new entrepreneurs, or you can actually call out people who want to make money, or you can call out people with no experience in stocks, right? Anything you want, right? X mistakes, the target audience makes that keep them in their pain, right? Or it's the reason that their dream outcome isn't being reached, right? So an example that I put up is 3 mistakes office workers make when sitting, right, that give them chronic back pain, right? That's the pain that they're currently in, right? But there's something you have to know. Like, you can play around with this, right? The more characteristics of your target audience do you know, right? The more pains you know, right? The more reasons they buy that you know, that's why you do your research. The more ways you can play around with copy, you just switch words back and forth in. It's fun, right? You come up with different versions and then you test it and you look at the conversion rates. You're like, oh my God, I changed one word and then 5% more customers click through. Wow. So let me give you an example, right? The same product, I can target remote workers, right? I can be like 3 sitting mistakes you're making when you work from home that prevents you from having good posture, right? That's a different headline. It's totally different, but it can be addressing the same type of pain and addressing the same type of dream outcome, okay? So that is headline. I encourage you to just play around with these dream outcomes, reasons they buy, and target audience after you've done your research. Okay, try to appeal to your customers in as many ways as possible. All right, let's move on to something equally exciting, bullets. Okay, so bullets are used to 10x the value of whatever you're selling. Okay, the only thing bullets do are they're used to communicate value. Okay, and there are 2 ways you can communicate value. You can show the audience the way that your product or service is going to solve their problems. Okay, that's one way. Or you could empathize with the audience, right? You can identify with them. You can show that you understand them. Both of those things increase the value of whatever you're offering. Okay, so great bullets communicate value in the several ways listed over here. Features, what your product or content does. Most people stop there, right? Like if you're publishing a book, most people stop at, oh, this book is 60 pages, right? Right? It's 60 pages. They don't care. They don't care, right? So they care about the benefits. They care about the what's in it for me, right? It's 60 pages, so what, right? It's 60 pages, so it can be easily carried. It's lightweight. That's a benefit. Cool, right? How does your product and content fulfill that service need specifically? Right? So meaning is the third point, and meaning really adds to the value of whatever you're providing. Okay? So a lot of products don't have meaning, right? Like, so if your low content book that you're selling on Amazon is 60 pages, right? It's lightweight. Well, what's the meaning of that, right? How is that going to help me save time, make money, save money, reduce effort? It really doesn't. And that's why low content books and journals sell for $5.99 on Amazon, right? And that's why coding workbooks sell for $30 on Amazon, right? They're both books, right? But there's a meaning, right? There's utility behind the thing that the person is selling, okay? Last thing is proof, right? So proof is optional. A lot of times you might not have it, but if you're writing a book, you probably do, right? How your product or content delivers the benefits is proof. For example, in page 65, right, of the book, you're gonna find exact benefit that I told you that I would deliver on, okay? So good thing to remember, feature, what your product content does, right? Benefit, how it fulfills a surface need, a specific surface need, meaning how it fulfills a core emotional need, right? And in here you can play on fear, right? You never have to worry again. You can conquer your anxiety with this, right? So that's how you do it, right? And then proof, how is it gonna deliver, right? Here's what you'll learn in the second lesson. You'll learn this on page 65, right? So on and so forth. And so here's the formula for bullets, right? So-and-so does feature so that benefit, which means meaning, right? So for example, again, I'm using business examples because that's what I'm familiar with. Get an exclusive business startup blueprint. This is the feature. This is what you're getting to help you prevent costly mistakes, right? This is the surface need. This is the benefit. This is your reason, right? Which means, this is your deeper reason, which means you'll be one big step closer to celebrating financial freedom. And my proof, that blueprint is on page 186, okay? That's a really good bullet point for books, okay? What if you're selling on e-commerce, right? What if you're selling physical products? Disposable antiseptic swab pad, right? That's the feature. Jargony, I know. So you never have to deal with contacting waste residue, right? That's the benefit. You don't have to contact waste residue, which means you can keep your living spaces germ-free for your family, right? That is the core meaning, right? Keeping your family healthy, right? Escaping physical and mental pain, right? If you have a family, you know how tough it is to take care of a child that is sick, okay? You know, you don't want your child to be sick. It's a lot of work, right? It causes a lot of emotional and physical and mental pain, right? A lot of effort, okay? So that is your bullet formula. And again, that's something you can play with as well, right? You don't have to follow that template. You can in the beginning, but after you get experienced, you can find ways to include the features, benefits, meaning, and proof in different ways, okay? So bullets in another way are used to call out the target audience, right? You want to call out the exact target audience so when they read or when they listen to your copy, they're like, oh, this is for me. This was designed for me, right? Which it is. So great bullets that call out the target audience, identifies their dream outcome, identifies the target audience, right? How your product and content fulfills the surface need specifically, and also identifies the current pain, right? Which is a play on how your product or content fulfills a core emotional need. Okay, so here's the formula. This channel or product, blog post, video is for, right, your target audience who are in their current pain and want their dream outcome, right? So if I was selling a product or a community, right? Like let's say I've got a paid community of support for moms who are feeling lonely, right? And they want to find like-minded people, right? Usually they go to church or whatever, but, right, I've got a product, I've got a community, and here's my copy. Moms who feel isolated at home and want to find community and friendships again, okay? What if I had a service that helped people get jobs? Fresh grads get jobs. Fresh engineering graduates who are struggling with job search, right? That's their pain, and want to land a lucrative position ASAP, right? Why are they willing to pay for that? Because you can make a lot of money in engineering, right? I, for example, would not have a product, the same product that says fresh high school graduates who are struggling with job search and want to land an entry-level position in retail, right? I wouldn't write that, because retail, you get paid what, like $10 an hour? People aren't willing to pay for that, right? And so your target audience is as specific as possible, but it's also what determines how much you get paid, right? If you serve doctors, you're gonna get paid differently than if you serve people who don't have a job, right? So tip for you when you're starting a business that doesn't really have anything to do with copywriting, but here you go. Here's the formula. Just use it, okay? This is it. Right, third thing that we're gonna learn. The copy and paste ad formula for video sales letters, descriptions, and scripts that work everywhere, okay? This is not absolute, but most things that you see online that get you to buy something are gonna have these elements, okay? So the first thing that they're gonna have is a hook or headline, right? Which we talked about, right? So for example, my example is the #1 skill online entrepreneurs need, okay? So imagine you're at a website, right? You're at a landing page, right? Top thing says #1 skill online entrepreneurs need, right? Second thing, shocking fact or statement. 90% of online businesses fail in 3 months due to bad marketing, okay? Is this starting to look familiar, right? I define the problem. Most online entrepreneurs don't know how to write words that sell. Copywriting, that's what they don't know, okay? And then you want to provide your solution and dream outcome. I put together a course for free for you, right? And then you want to justify your solution with proof or bullet points, right? And this can be a video, it can be a written letter, right? It can be anything, right? It can be an audio. I put together a course for free for you. Here's the bullets, right? You need this if you're an online entrepreneur, and here's what you'll learn. And then I go through, I use my bullet formula, I list 4 to 6 bullets, right? Here are the benefits, right? If I really wanted to, I could be like, this is for you if you are, and then I use my bullets for identifying my target audience, okay? And so in the end, I summarize the offer with additional justification, right? This is optional, right? Here's what you'll get when you sign up. You'll get 6 modules, right? Hours worth of advice summed up into a 6-module course. Here's the call to action. Sign up now, right? Go to this link now, right? And then here's my scarcity and urgency, which I didn't include, but I would if I wanted to do something like this. That's totally optional. First 50 signups get a free coaching call, right? I'm actually gonna look at your descriptions, actually gonna look at your sales pages and give you some advice, okay? This is something I would do if I wanted to create a scarcity or urgency factor that I want people to see when they sign up, okay? This is the formula. Let's see it in action, okay? So I'm gonna show you a book description on Amazon. This is a book called Sell Like Crazy. You can actually just search for it on Amazon, and this is its exact description. 1.33 billion in sales. That's their headline or hook. This is what this selling system is responsible for generating in 416 different industries and niches. It works, and it will work for you, okay? So this is their headline / shock statement, okay? So 1.33 billion in sales, okay? What's next, right? Define the problem, okay? How do I know? Well, 5 short years ago, I was dead broke, right? That's the problem. I just started my business. That's identifying with the target audience. Are you just starting your business, right? With no more than $50, right? They're identifying the characteristic of the target audience and the state that they're in and the problems that they have, okay? Fast forward to today. Are you seeing this? Like, are you familiar with this? You are, but you should be, because this is the structure for the sales message, right? They're identifying the worst possible outcome, and then they're flipping it to the dream outcome, okay? Fast forward to today, I have 100,000 plus customers in 83 countries. I have $1.33 billion in sales, all using this selling system contained inside this book. And then he transitions into the solution, right? So provide the solution and dream outcome. This is unlike any business book you've ever read, right? There's no fluff or filler, just hard-hitting, actionable strategies you can use right away to grow the business, right? And then what does he do? He does the thing that exactly what I said, right? So he justifies his solutions with proof and bullets, right? How to uncover large new starving crowds of prospects who spend like sailors on leave, right? So this is cool Because he's playing around with the words, right? Spend like sailors on leave. He's using similes, he's using metaphors, right? And most importantly, he's using, right, the bullet formula that is listing the benefits of the book, right? He's not using everything. He's listing the benefits of the book, and he's using proof, right? Page 155. Another one, a buried case study, right? Buried, that introduces curiosity, right? On how one ad pulled in 3 million leads, right? Page 112. He goes on and he does the same thing and much, much more, okay? So he does his bullets. He summarizes the offer with additional justification, right? So this book will give you a complete step-by-step blueprint of the most powerful sales and marketing system ever deployed. Super simple, easy to apply, it has 8 steps, so he's removing those barriers, right? He's removing obstacles that the customer has, right? Because customers are gonna look at this and they're gonna be like, it can't be this easy, right? And then what does he say? Yes, it is this easy, right? And then he has a simple call to action, grab yourself a copy today and use this system to get as many clients, customers, and sales as you possibly can handle, okay? Really cool. So what about in ads, right? This is an ad by Alex Hormozy, right? And I'm not showing you, but there's a video, right? There's a video ad on Facebook, but this is the copy. This is the written copy. So what does he do? He calls out the audience, right? Hey, fellow gym and studio owners. He presents the dream outcome, $95,000, right? In new clients in 191 days in the hood, right? He's kind of being casual because why? Because Facebook is a casual place. It's not a formal place. It's not LinkedIn, right? This was my second gym launch ever, right? So what does that do? It empathizes with the audience because chances are they don't really know how to launch a gym. That's why they have the problem of client acquisition in the first place, right? I slept in motels for 8 straight months testing my gym launch process out in different markets, right? He provides proof and justification, right? And this was a documentation to remind myself that it's never about the environment, it's about your conviction, okay? So what is this doing? It internalizes the problem. It forces accountability on the person looking at the ad. Hey, if you think the reason that you're failing is because of these external factors, it's because of the economy, it's not. It's because of your conviction. Do you have conviction? Because if you don't have conviction, I don't want you as a customer. If you have a conviction, keep on reading, right? He has the offer summarized, right? In a nutshell, it serves one type of customer, right? Large group training facilities, right? Accomplish one goal, 100 plus high ticket customers in under 30 days, right? This is the exact benefits that he's going to get you, right? This is the benefit statement, right? Has a call to action, right? For free, I show you step by step right here, right? I'm not showing you the video ad, but here's what that video ad looks like, right? This is Alex, just a regular guy, very suited for the Facebook platform because it's not very formal, right? And it's got 191 signups in 19 days. That's the hook. That's the headline, okay? Everybody uses this format, okay? Look at this. This is a sales webpage. And so if you Google funnel hacking live on Google, the first result that pops up is a sales webpage for this marketing event by Russell Brunson that makes a lot of money every year. And so his headline and hook is, if there's one marketing event to attend this year, then make it FHL 2022, right? That's his hook, the best marketing event, right? He's got a video ad as well. He's got a video sales letter as well, but let's move on. He defines the problem. Right away, he defines the problem, right? With rising customer acquisition costs, right? Drop in customer reach, tighter ad compliance, right? The easy days are long gone, right? There's a lot of competition. He defines the problem. Okay, then what does he do? He provides a solution. There's no need to panic because at this event, I put together the ultimate blueprint for you, right? I curated the top 1% of business owners and entrepreneurs who will show you exactly what they're doing right now, okay? Justify with bullets, okay? He does this exact same thing. I will teach you, this is the benefit. You can broaden your market, you can increase your average order value, you can keep your customers' attention, you can skyrocket the lifetime value of your customers, okay? He uses those power words as the first word, right? Broaden, increase, keep, skyrocket, right? Those are very positive words, okay? And he has a call to action. for the audience, right? This live event is for you if you are a small business owner. Sorry, he calls out the audience, not a call to action. He calls out the audience, a small business owner, agency owner, online marketer, so on and so forth. And then he has a call to action, right? Are you ready to level up your online business and achieve the life, freedom, and happiness you deserve, right? Save my seat now, right? He also has a scarcity urgency factor, right? Which is optional, right? He sells out every year, right? Why? Because it's hosted, the event is hosted at a hotel, right? And they've only booked a certain number of rooms, right? And so those rooms sell out every year. So if you want to stay in this luxurious hotel, you better sign up now, right? So this is a scarcity urgency tactic that's also true, right? The page also follows the ideal landing page design, right? This is his actual web page, right? You got the headline on top, you got a video sales letter, and then everything else I talked about follows afterwards, okay? So this is the ideal landing page design. This is the ideal ad design, and this is also the ideal product description design. All of those designs follow the exact template that I told you about because it works. And embedded within that template are the sales messages structures that I told you about in the last lesson, okay? So implement. In the next and the last module, I'm going to teach you how to write a sales email that sells without being spammy or annoying. You're going to learn how to write subject lines for your email that gets people to click in 30 seconds, right? They're easy to write. You're going to learn exactly what to include in all your email marketing efforts to build trust, brand, and authority. And I'm going to teach you how to sell on email without sounding like a salesperson. We don't like sounding like salespeople. We don't like being sold, but we like to buy. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you all this. Watch this video again. There was a lot here, okay? Because I want you to actually implement. I actually want you to get sales. I actually want you to succeed, okay? Let's succeed together. See you next time.